Noticing and meeting needs. Today, let's talk about a skill Jesus shows us in the Bible that's easy to overlook. On the surface, it seems ordinary. But it's actually one of the most important ways we can love like Jesus. Jesus is brilliant at noticing needs. Dozens of stories in the Bible begin with Jesus walking somewhere and noticing someone in need. Sometimes their need was visible and physical. Other times it was under the surface or spiritual. Either way, Jesus saw the needs of people around him. Once Jesus noticed a need, he used what he had to meet it. Sometimes, he'd use his words to meet a spiritual or emotional need. He'd ask for God's help to meet a physical need with the power of God's Spirit living in him. As followers of Jesus, we're called to live others-focused lives. One of the best ways to do that is by serving others. We serve others when we notice their needs and use what we have to meet those needs. As we talked about yesterday, that often looks like using our time, skills, and resources to help others. Sometimes we can't meet a need on our own, but that doesn't mean we can't help. Instead, it's an opportunity to ask for God's help to meet a need that's beyond us. Remember, as a follower of Jesus, you have the Holy Spirit living in you. On the night before his execution on the cross, Jesus gathered his disciples and washed their feet. Foot washing before meals was a common practice in that day and, as you might imagine, was a task for the lowest of servants. But Jesus, God in human form, chose to wash the feet of his flawed human followers. Here's what he said after he washed their feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. John 13:15-17 NIV. Followers of Jesus seek to serve others. We notice needs and, with God's help, we meet them. Challenge. Keep your eyes open today. Who around you might need an encouraging word, prayer for physical or emotional healing, or help with a task? As you live an others-focused life, you'll experience greater closeness with God.
For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool, but while I am coming another steppeth down before me. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. But Jesus called them to him, and saith unto them, Ye know that they which are accounted to rule over the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and their great ones exercise authority upon them. But so shall it not be among you. But whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister, and whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be servant of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many.